thank you. New laws could reduce business costs for insurance companies and save you money on your bills in the process. It's also a good time of year to remind you how you can get help with any insurance problems. Commissioner Vicki Schmidt is here with us today. Welcome to you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to sit on the red couch.
Well, you know, we did just wrap up the legislative session, so it's time to kick back and relax a little bit because your office was very busy. Several new laws that you had supported will be taking effect. What are some of those things that we can look forward to?
Exactly. Well, I think, you know, the hallmark of my office since I took it was to reduce costs of doing business and to make us more efficient. And so this year we added another $8 million reduction in the cost of doing business in Kansas for some of the insurance issues that people are facing. And we also passed a real-time verification system for insurance verification. So, you know, many of us have been hit by uninsured drivers. It makes your insurance go up. In 21 and 22, it cost over $50 million here in the state of Kansas for uninsured motorists what they were not able to pay, and you billed your insurance company for it.
So what will this verification system do to improve that situation, hopefully?
It'll be a real-time system. Law enforcement will have access to it, along with the court system and things. So the state will match up the VIN numbers of a car along with the insurance companies' outputs of who all has insurance, and we'll match them up. And if there's a VIN number that doesn't have insurance, you're going to hear from the state of Kansas.
Is that the gap right now, that you just kind of trust people to give you accurate information or exchange information, and then they go their way, you go yours, and then lo and behold, all of a sudden you're left with the bill because what they told you wasn't exactly right?
Well, I think a lot of times, not a lot, but sometimes people do get insurance to have their car registered. I mean, you have to have, it's a Kansas law that you have to have insurance. And so they get, and then 30 days later they cancel the coverage, or they just don't ever pay again. And so, you know, we think we have about an 8% uninsured rate. I personally think it might be a little bit higher than that, but in 20 states have already enacted this, and over all of them have seen a reduction of about 50% in their uninsured motorist rate.
Very interesting. We'll see how that works here. And then you talked about reducing the cost of doing business. What's the bigger picture on that? It's not just about making things easier for people to say, oh great, you made things easier for the big insurance companies, but what's the trickle down of doing that?
Well, we're lowering the fees on our agents of what it costs them to license with it, what it costs to do some of the business processes they do with us, and hopefully that will trickle down through a series of events. And
well, because they don't just pay those fees out of the goodness of their heart, they pass them along to you.
Right, but we've already cut $73 million in those costs previously, and so this will be another $8 million to tack onto that.
Okay, so hopefully we'll see them pass those savings along to the customers.
That's right.
As we get insurance. Storm season is a great time to remind people of the services that your office can offer. How can they help consumers, and especially as we talk about storm season when a lot of us might be submitting claims to our companies?
Well, it's a perfect time to be here to talk about storm season because we are entering that season. Last year, our insurance companies in Kansas paid over $600 million in storm claims in Kansas. And so we encourage you to check your policy, make sure you know what's covered and what's not covered, do a personal inventory. We have tools on our website to help you with that, but you can also take a video or take a picture of each room in your house to help you remember what's there, because if your house is damaged, you might not remember all the little things. But you know, we're always available to help. We've returned about $145 million since I came into office back to Kansas consumers through the insurance process. And so if you're having a claim, if you're having trouble with a claim with an insurance company, please give us a call, 785-296-3071. You can find us on the web. You can
we
find
got
us
the information,
easily.
yes, so with the phone number, if we can put that up again, 785-296-3071. Complaints can go to kdoi.complaints@ks.gov. And then, of course, their website with a lot of those resources you talked about, putting the inventory list and all of that together, insurance.kansas.gov. A lot of those things are online. So many things are there to help. Okay, I've got you here, so I do need to ask. This is the time of year when we start asking folks to look ahead to their futures. And so next year, not this November, but next November are the statewide elections. Are we going to see your name on the ballot, and where might we see your name on the ballot?
I think you'll see I'm pretty sure you'll see my name on the ballot. You know, I can't go to the grocery store without somebody asking me if I'm going to run for governor. I am considering it, and there's a lot to think about in making a jump like that. But you know, I wake up every day and I love the job that I have right now, and I think we really make a difference in people's lives. But I'm considering it, and I think it's really early still, and so I'm not prepared to make an announcement of any sort right now. But I will keep you posted. How's that?
That sounds good. And the announcement she did make: call the Consumer Protection Division, or the Consumer
exactly
Division
right.
of the Insurance Office. Vicki Schmidt, always a pleasure. Appreciate you being here and reminding us of those resources that are available.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. You'll find out how aspiring entrepreneurs can get